Hi guys, welcome back to Chats with Ash. My name is Ashley Frichi, and this is a channel, this is a platform where I use art as a form of reflection, therapy, and self-discovery, all in the name of returning to the blueprint of love and unity consciousness. I wrote a Substack last week and it's called Let Love Do What It Must, even if it changes you, especially if it changes you. If you stayed the same in love, then you loved like a coward. I don't know, man. I think that line really sounded me. Not even in a way that it's coming to like attack, but I think art is supposed to attack. It immediately puts you in the state of, I loved like a coward because it didn't change me. What do you mean? Immediately you like, and then that's when I feel like the work can be done. I don't think art is supposed to soothe you. A lot of people enter relationships and believe they should stay the same from the beginning till the end. They sold us this lie, this fairy tale that love is supposed to come and soothe you and, not trigger you and just give you butterflies until the end of time. But that's a lie, because I think that's your greatest mirror. It's your classroom. That's where the most growth can happen. This idea that love is supposed to just soothe you, and that's not love, that's comfort, and your comfort zone is gonna kill you. I'm not saying that love should be a war zone, but it should not no. You need to do a lot of reflection. A lot of yourself is being reflected out of the relationship because there's somebody mirroring you. If there's something on my nose, I can't see it unless I'm with someone else and they can say there's actually something here, and I can be the one to actually take it out, but yeah, man, being vulnerable will never be like normal, I'll tell you that, but it does help you grow in it. I wanted to just stay the same. I didn't have in mind that okay, I wanted to stay the same, and I wanted, if anything, my partner to change, you feel me, so that I could continue staying the same. And but I would voice oh no, I will work on myself. But a lot of the things we say is very performative to sound good. But are you really, really doing that? You know what I mean? I did not know it was gonna shock my life and rock my world. But it rocked my world so much that it drew me closer to myself. So we have this fear that love is gonna drift your way somewhere else and you're gonna lose yourself. And that's what happens a lot of the time in relationships when it comes to women. And the problem is, man, why it's difficult to record is because I have too many ideas and it's difficult for me to really stay on one topic, bro. The other topic could be taking me to the other topic, it would just take me to the other topic, and I'm just damn. Let love do what it must, even if it changes you, especially if it changes you. I think when you encounter someone that you truly love, you know what I mean, and they truly love you, they are going to reflect parts of yourself that you are not comfortable with. Because in the name of love, love's other name is truth, and love will do anything to make both parties return to the truth, because that's what it is. Oh, I love you, you love me, cool, we come together. You can't come together in an illusion. You guys have to return to the truth to sustain this love. I'm busting so much, but bear with me. On God, bear with me. But it cannot sustain an illusion. It's truth. You know what I mean? It comes from here. So if you still want to hold on to your illusions, then yeah, love's not gonna work for you, baby. You're gonna have to tear down your mask, your layers of protection and all of that, you know what I mean? And in breaking your walls down, you are returning back to your authentic self, which is returning back to the truth of who you are. And the truth of who you are is love. The truth of who your partner is love. But people, because they sold the idea of this fairy tale that things should just always be at ease and peaceful and everything, they never get to that point. Why? Because when conflict arises, when truth wants to break down walls and illusions, people hold on to it. They hold too tight to it and like, no, this is my identity, but this is not your identity. It's a pattern and it's killing you. Well, it was killing me too, you feel me? And I think I held dearly to like the idea of love that I had and the idea of who I thought I was, because I didn't comprehend what else to do. You know what I mean? I didn't comprehend that like my way of going about things is wrong. You know, so I immediately wanted to defend. But like something that another subtext that I wrote, that curiosity over reactivity. I wanted to be more curious. Okay, why do you say that? Okay, when do I do this? Okay, I do this when I'm like this with this person. Okay, let me sit with it for a minute. You are not abandoning your truth, but you are reflecting and you're curious. Okay, so because he is seeing this happen at this time, what is happening in my head at this time? And I'm able to say, oh no, that is true. Like at this point, like I do get a bit like tense, but not in the way that he maybe what. So maybe I'll come and be like, okay, no, at this point you are right. Like I do get a bit distant, but it's maybe because what's going on in my head is that I am scared. Then you start being curious within yourself. Why am I scared? And it's no longer even about your partner. It's now about yourself. Like, okay, why do I get scared at this point? Okay, I get scared because I have an abandonment wound. Oh, I have an abandonment wound. Why do I have an abandonment wound? Oh, I have an abandonment wound because, man, like I never thought that people would actually want to stay with me. Why do I feel like people won't actually want to stay with me? Or because I wasn't given that, reassurance when I was younger. Whatever, cool, I did. Then you have to reassure yourself, because we also now our partners to reassure and to give us this sense of healing that we should be doing for ourselves. So now it becomes about me. I need to validate myself that, yo, Ash, you are wanted, you are loved, and you need to now do the inner work, which is its own thing and its own journey, you know what I mean? And then you're done doing the work and you come back to the relationship with this new version of yourself and you guys evolve, but because your partner was being a mirror. So also something that, but also something I truly believe is that your relationship is like the checklist. If you can do it in your relationship, then you can do it in the world. You feel me? If now, you're able to, do these constructive habits, have these constructive habits, then you're able to do it in the world. So I have also 4 points from the essay that I wrote. Love is transformation by nature. This is something that I mentioned in the piece. Love is supposed to transform you. If you stay the same in love, then you love like a coward. You didn't let love do what it must. You didn't allow love to fully play out within your relationship and therefore yourself. You know what I mean? The first thing is shedding old versions of yourself. That's one thing love should be doing. You know what I mean? Old ways that you used to think, old habits, unhealed versions of yourself. Love is supposed to shed old versions of yourself. And I think what love did for me and how it shed an old version of myself is, I'll use people pleasing. You know what I mean? I think being in a relationship really reflected how much I would people please society so that society could view me in this light. And my partner reflected that, what's going on? Because that's two different people. That's not who you are. As soon as we enter a friend group or a group of people, you're different. And that's what it was. Like, I wanted to please everyone. And now my partner would be like, okay, so now what is going on? Who are you, bro? And I had to kill that people pleasing version, to stay more authentic to who I am, which again serves myself and therefore the relationship. You feel me? Number 2, expansion. Once you shed those old versions of yourself, you're able to expand into this new version of yourself, which is more authentic, which is more you. And then when you're more you attract more opportunities and more circumstances that align to who you are, you're more aligned. And the more I expanded, I was able to now find my purpose because I was so aligned. Cool. And then the third one is transformation means discomfort. Like, I think the idea of transformation sounds beautiful. Yes, I'm gonna grow and I'm gonna flourish and life is gonna be good and I'm gonna be where, but to be, I think I was at church on Sunday and they said, God will not just answer your prayer, He answers in revelations. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to have a revelation afterwards, a testimony. Like, you need to, God, I need money. Like, He's not just gonna give you money, He's gonna give you a job idea, and then you're gonna go searching for the job, and then you're gonna get the job, and now you have a story, a revelation to come with this thing that you prayed for. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy because now I had to confront these versions of myself that were holding me back. I had to change my environment, I had to change friends, and it's not easy because we creatures of attachment. We scared of letting go, but nothing on this planet is actually even yours, even the goddamn partner. I'll tell you that. And this is, again, not only relationship, friendship. My friend is not mine, they're their own person. You know what I mean? My mom's not mine, she's her own person. Nobody's mine. You know what I mean? Even my own goddamn kid. When I have a kid. And then 4 is transformation means becoming more of yourself. You know, like I said, you really like breaking down those layers and then you becoming more of yourself. That's why I said love will bring you back to who you are. But people feel like, no. If this person's challenging me and you're triggering me and I have to change, we think it's taking us to a different path. That's why you have to have discernment of the people you are allowing to date. You feel me? You are allowing to interact with the friends you want to have. Have discernment. Oh yeah, we feel like they're going to lead us astray, but they will lead you astray if it's not your goddamn partner. You feel me? But even in that, there's its own lessons. I will tell you that. You're able to ask yourself, okay, but why do I randomly go for people that I don't really like, but I like, no. That's your own work. You feel me? And once you more of yourself, you one with love. You know what I mean? You're acting aligned to what it wants from you. And love is God. So you're living according to how God predestined you to live. And I think that's the greatest blessing on this planet. You know what I mean? Your partner, your surroundings should bring you back to yourself, and therefore the divine God. And then life is quite cool. And not to say that I'm an expert at it. No, I died a lot of deaths. Actually, I don't know, I think I even made a video and I was down bad. Like 3 months, I was like laying in bed and I was crying and I was like, and I was letting go and I was grieving old versions of myself, old versions of the life that I thought I wanted, and it's a lot, but it's totally worth it. Watch my Substack and let's grow, you know what I mean?